Well, Gary, we finished off our home and away season with a scrappy win over Collingwood at the Holden Centre on Saturday morning, and sometimes you just take the 4 points and move on pretty quickly, don't you? Is that the case this week?
Yeah, well, it has to be, Sam, because it's probably a season within a season we ticked off, so we'll certainly take 12 and a half wins. It means we've won 1.5 more times than last year. Our development team has been sitting pretty much top or second all year, so for both sides to get the double chance and qualify, I think it's a really great effort by everybody concerned. Collingwood, they've beaten us the last 4 times. It was really probably a 5-day turnaround, and that's a pretty short, sharp session that you have on the track, and then before you know it, you're playing Saturday morning. So I think we started off pretty well, messed around with the ball a tad, and then the second quarter I thought that was our best quarter as far as getting it out of the middle and kicking goals, and yeah, then the second half was just a battle. But look, I was really pleased and proud of the group. They dug in late in the third and kicked the last 2 goals of the quarter, and then obviously we had to defend really well, which we've done pretty much all year anyway, and we just took that chance with Robbie kicking the goal at the end. So all in all, ticked the right box. We can put that to bed now and move on to the finals.
It was a bit of a strange time slot and a strange venue for the boys, but did you also sense that there was any sort of mental lapse or distraction, if you like, considering that top 4 spot was already wrapped up before the game?
No, I didn't at all, mate. You know, and I thought our preparation was as good as it could be. It's a pretty tough, I guess, month that we've had when you think about it. We had to travel, obviously, out to Craigieburn, then we went up to North Ballarat, and people would expect you to beat, obviously, North Ballarat because of the, I guess, the difference in the ladder position, so we ticked that off. Coburg, we did what we should do in relation to a win. The size was obviously a little bit strange, as we would know. A really hard-fought win against Box Hill, and then, of course, out to the Holden Centre. So I think our last month has been really positive in that regard. So I'm happy, and I didn't see any complacency. It was just a hard game, and for some reason Collingwood match up pretty well, but we're able to kick 1 more goal than they did, mate. We win the game.
And a big focus entering the game was Jordan Lyle's quest for the Frosty Miller medal, and he ended up booting 4 goals and playing pretty well on the day, it's fair to say. Are you able to maybe just touch on Geordie's achievement, his second Frosty in his 3 years here at the Borough, and a wonderful effort really, and I guess now you'll be hoping for more of the same from him and others over the next few weeks?
Yeah, most definitely. Look, his last 3 weeks he's gone 7, 4 and 4, so it's a pretty good return, and certainly the week before it was a huge game against Box Hill, and even on the weekend he was a shining light for us up there, and I think his back end of the season has been really good. He obviously won the Frosty Miller, as you said, in his first year. Missed about 8 or 9 weeks last year with that syndesmosis ankle situation. Came back and certainly wasn't at his best, but we know he's important to what we need to do to, I guess, get some firepower up in that forward half. I think he complements Conway and Clark and the Smalls, and I just think his leadership this year has been terrific, and I've really noticed a bit of a steal in what he wants to do going forward, and I think he's pretty hungry, and no doubt he wants to get some success. So yeah, we've been absolutely delighted with his performances, and 2 out of the last 3 years to win the Frosty Miller medal is an enormous achievement.
And now we find ourselves as part of what will be a big day of double chance qualifying finals back out at Box Hill City Oval for both the Development League as they take on Casey and the seniors as they take on the Hawks this Sunday. What do you make of those 2 matchups, and in particular with the seniors? I trust you and the boys will be able to enter the game full of confidence after that win we had just over a week ago at the time of speaking.
Yeah, well, we should feel good about ourselves, but obviously it's a different kettle of fish now. We had to win that game to cement top 4, which we did. Obviously, Box Hill wouldn't be too happy that we beat them out there at their home deck. They're going to go in feeling pretty confident, because watching some of their performances against the Northern Blues on the weekend, it was pretty good, and they scored very, very quickly and easily. They'll get Vickery back, you would have thought, after suspension. Swikowski maybe. I know he hurt his hamstring against us a couple of weeks ago, so I'm sure they'll be ready. We go in thinking that we've played some pretty good footy, so as I said, mentally we should be feeling pretty good. We've got to pick the best side to try and combat what Box Hill do, and we'll obviously have to look at what we did there a couple of weeks ago. No doubt Box Hill will too. So we give ourselves a chance, and obviously the development. It's good to have both teams out there playing on Sunday. Sometimes it's geographically a bit awkward when you've got, I guess, quite a few staff that have to be separated. So that's a good thing for us, and then we can watch the boys and hopefully cheer them on. But again, I'm sure they would be refreshed after having a bye last week. So all in all, I think we've got a pretty good list. It's really only Kyle Dove and Michael Wen, I would have thought, who should be right this week. Other than that, there's no excuses as far as I'm concerned.
Well, Gary, once again, thanks for your time on Borough TV today. Great to tick off another win and confirm our spot in third on this year's ladder on the weekend. Massive game for all the boys again this week and a massive final series ahead. Let's hope we can give it a big shake. Best of luck.
Yeah, let's enjoy the challenge, Sam. Thanks.